We'll call the regular governing board meeting of the Lammersville Unified School District Board to order at 7 p.m. Please note that the meeting is being recorded at this time. Please take a moment to silence or turn off your cell phones. And for those of you here that would like to address the board about specific agenda items and/or during public comment, please fill out a blue card in the back so we know when to call upon you. I believe that the Mountain House High School baseball team is here to be recognized and will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll give them a moment to get in. Welcome, gentlemen.
Yeah, don't have to be shy. Baseball players are never shy. And I'll introduce our captain, Isaiah Castillo, to lead the pledge.
Thanks, Isaiah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I'd like to introduce our coach, Stephen Gatehouse, up to the podium to say a few words about our award-winning baseball team this season.
Good evening, board. How's it going?
Good.
Thank you for having us. We got quite a few of the varsity baseball players here today and some parents as well. Once again, we'd like to thank you for having us. It was a great season. I mean, coming off a couple of years where things were pretty tough to get everything together. We had a great season last year and we followed it up with another one this year. We went 12-2 in league. We had 7 players make first team all league. One of them was the league MVP, Cameron Valentine, he's here. And then as well as Roy Gardner, who was the most outstanding pitcher for the league. So we're really proud about what we've built, and it's really a testament to the families here in the room, and you as the board and the players, and our admin and our school. So I'm really happy to be a part of it, and it's been a great ride for me for sure as well. Thank you.
I'd also like to add that Coach Gatehouse is Coach of the Year. So Congratulations.
Congrats.
If you guys want to come up, they'll take a picture with you. So come on up here, guys.
Scooch in. Get close.
Anybody can take a knee if you're wearing shorts.
Item 2, moment of silence. We would like to call for a moment of silence and reflection for the victims of the recent tragedy in Uvalde, Texas. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Item 3, roll call, please.
Lisa Boulay.
Here.
Colin Clements.
Here.
Benita Daniel.
Here.
Stephanie Olson.
Here.
David Pombo.
Here.
Satya Silam.
Here.
May I say welcome, Satya, to your first solo flight as a school board, as a student trustee, and encourage you, and I wanted to let you know that your opinions as a student trustee and your perspective as a student is highly valued. And if you have something to say on any matter of school board business, please feel free to speak up.
Thank you.
Of course.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Item 4, approval and/or corrections to the agenda.
There are none.
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
That was Trustee Boulay.
Yes.
Based on a motion by Trustee Olson and a second by Trustee Boulay, student trustee preferential vote?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item 5, recognition. It is my distinct honor to call our previous student board member, Sanita Jitendra, up to the front. And may I say that it has been an honor to work with you for the last 2 years. We've appreciated your insights and perspectives as well. So I wanted to say thank you very much for serving on the board with us. Congratulations and best of luck in your future endeavors. And I wanted to turn it over to Dr. Nicholas if he had anything.
Yeah, I'll just piggyback on that. 2 years of dedicated service. There's only 2 student board members that have done two back-to-back terms, and you're one of them. So congratulations. You were dedicated. I liked how you slowly but surely over time gathered your confidence. And as year 1 passed and you moved into year 2, you're more thoughtful. Your reports got more in depth. You kind of brought cool things the kids were doing, which are nice to hear. But at moments shared your opinion and spoke from a leadership position, and that's impressive and bodes well for your future. So we are glad you got to go down to San Diego and have a good trip and learn some things with your peer group. And so we wish you nothing but the best of luck. A 2-year term is something to be very proud of. Not very many kids get to do that. You've set a nice legacy for your friend over here. And we hope you have a great summer vacation and wherever you're going to go. What are you going to do next?
I'm going to major in political science at San Diego State University.
NASTEC. Okay, so there you go. So was it inspired by the trip to San Diego?
Kind of, yes.
All right, well, there you go. There you go. Who would have known? And we have a
plaque, and I'd like to get the board's picture with you, if that's okay. And in 15 or 20 years, this picture will be worth a lot of money. And again, you're more than welcome to stay for the entire board meeting.
Definitely come back.
She'll be watching from home.
Okay. Item 6, committee reports. On item A, I've been advised that there is nothing to report for the District Advisory Committee. Item B, District English Language Advisory Committee, Trustee Daniel.
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Item C, Education Committee, I've been advised there's nothing to report. Item D, Facilities Committee, Trustee Olson.
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Item E, Policy Committee, that's me. This committee will ramp up shortly after school is out, so very soon. Item F, Safety Committee, Trustee Pombo.
Yes. The Safety Committee meets many times each year with representatives from each campus, district office staff, sheriff's office staff, fire department staff, and LUSD board members. The public is welcome to attend and participate. At each meeting, safety drills are discussed by each campus's representatives. Improvements to the safety plan and protocols are discussed. District staff brings possible improvements to systems, cameras, door locks, and other security systems. All of these things are discussed frequently and updates are often made. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Trustee Pombo. Item G, Wellness Committee, Trustee Boulay.
Nothing to report.
Thank you very much. Item 7, Governing Board Reports, Trustee Pombo.
Yes, on May 19th, I attended open houses at both Hanson and Wickland schools. I was very pleased to be back at open house at campuses when they can show off all the things that they've done over the school year, and I saw lots of impressive projects and such, and really enjoyed my time visiting the campuses. Also on May 19th, I attended the Mountain House High School dance production, It's a Showtime, and the dancers were pretty impressive, amazing actually, and I very much enjoyed that program. On May 25th, I went to the Mountain House High School CTE capstone ceremony, and once again was blown away by the level of the capstone projects by our seniors. Those kids are destined to do some wonderful things in the future. On May 26th, I attended the Lammersville Elementary School Lion King Kids play, which was very enjoyable. Kids looked like they were having a lot of fun, and the parents really enjoyed seeing their kids up on stage. And then earlier this evening, I attended the 8th grade promotion also at Lammersville Elementary. I was proud to see a graduating class, and tomorrow night I will be at Cordis Elementary to watch the 8th grade promotion there. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Trustee Pombo. Trustee Daniel.
So on May 19th and 20th, I attended the Mountain House High School dance production. On May 20th, I was there with Trustee Olson and Trustee Pombo, so it was fun to watch with them together. And the performances were awesome. Congratulations to all the kids, all the performances, and to the teacher, Mr. Campos. On May 25th morning, I attended the Epic Showcase at Mountain House High School, along with Trustee Olson and Trustee Pombo, and also with Dr. Nicholas and a few of the admin, few of her district office members too. It was such a beautiful ceremony, and the showcase and the kids' presentation touched my heart. I really applaud the teachers who worked with each and every student throughout the 3 years to make sure that they were going to walk on June 3rd during their graduation. So I really appreciate all the efforts that's being taken by our school, our high school, our admin, and the support that our district office is providing. May 25th evening, I attended the CT capstone ceremony along with Trustee Boulay and Trustee Pombo, and it was really interesting to see all the different projects that they presented. They had all these barcodes, and I was so tempted to try every one of them, but then I didn't know how many apps I would be able to, accommodate. So it was so interesting, and they all presented with such a passion. I could see their passion in what they had presented. And the culinary department, oh my God, they were so good. Their treats were awesome. And towards the end, actually, most of the treats were done, but I did hear from one of the community members that they were still trying to make sure that, they were just cutting fruits and everything, making sure everybody was fed. And that, I think, is awesome. They were doing their part as a culinary chef right there. So I really applaud all of them who worked, and also the teachers. the ceremony was fantastic and it was well organized. So kudos to the high school. May 26th, I attended, so at 8 a.m. I attended the third grade Hanson Living Museum. It was really wonderful to see all the kids there. And one unique thing which I saw in this particular museum was that they had kind of a bell button where you had to go and press that. And once you press it, they start talking. Till then, they pose, and then they share about one thing you don't know about the person. And that was really unique because I learned a lot of new facts about, all those different characters. So great job on that. At 1:30 on May 26th, I attended the kindergarten graduation at Bethany. I really have to say that was really cute to watch. But apart from that, I think that was the day when there was a safety requirement where all the parents had to check in, and that just had come in. So the parents patiently waited in line to check in, even though it was just announced a few minutes back, and they were all so happy to watch their kids. But I really appreciate the patience that all the parents had, even though they had to wait for a while. So that went, but at the end of the day, they were all so cute. So the wait didn't matter. At 6 p.m. on May 26th, I attended Lammersville Lion King's production along with Trustee Pombo. And it was really nice to see all the kids. And as Trustee Pombo said, they thoroughly enjoyed it. We were able to see it from their faces. So it was a wonderful Friday evening for me. On May 27th, actually, I visited the high school because what happened on that day actually worried me a little because of the email that came out as a senior prank. And I reached out to Principal Faubert asking if he needed an extra hand to help. And thank you, Principal, for being kind enough to respond to me promptly. And he did let me know, what were the damages that were still there. So I went up to the high school, and our vice principal, Ms. White, was kind enough to walk me through the place. And also I got to know that apart from the 2 high school custodians, 3 other our LUSD custodians had to help out to clean the things that were there, the damage that was caused. So I did, I met with the custodian, Mountain House High School custodian, Jesus Gill. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Jesus Gill. And I personally thanked him because I did see the damage and it required a lot of effort to actually clean up. There was baby oil, Vaseline, so many things on the ground which they had to really put in some manual effort to clean that place up. So I did appreciate his effort, and I actually asked him, can I take a picture of you? I just want to share it with the community. And he was kind enough. He said, okay, let me make sure my name tag is visible. So he was cutely, posing for the picture. And yeah, so that day, I was able to visit and see what happened and also share with the community. On May 31st, I attended the Cuesta Golden Cougar Assembly along with Trustee Olson. It was wonderful to see all the kids and teachers, and Principal Sharp was on stage and doing a very nice move. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. And so did the kids because they were also happy. And parents too. Parents actually, a few of the parents let me know that they actually come to the assembly to watch the teachers dance too, so great job. And I also attended the Grad Walk at Cuesta. My daughter was also walking, so I have to say it was really emotional for me to, watch them walk through those corridors and all the younger kids cheering for them. It was a beautiful moment and a very wonderful tradition, as Trustee Pombo keeps mentioning. in the social media. So it's wonderful, that one. So on June 1st, that's today, I attended the Hanson Graduation. It was a wonderful ceremony, very well organized. And of course, you see my Hanson colors that I'm wearing. And I was very happy to see a lot of the kids who I've seen as like 4th grade, 3rd graders graduate. So of course, when the music started playing and they started walking, I was cheering along with Trustee Boulay. So it's going to be a beautiful week, I know that, because we have upcoming graduations too. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's graduation at Cordis and also our wonderful high school graduation. So that there ends my report, and I'm really looking forward to the next 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Daniel. Trustee Olson.
I'd like to begin my report with 2 events. I was out of town for the last meeting, so I didn't give a board report, and so I won't go through everything that I would have reported, but I just wanted to give a shout out for 2 things. On May 13th, I attended Seussical Junior, and it just really impressed with that production and the effort that the students and the drama teacher put in to make that such a success and so meaningful for the students. And I love seeing those things take place across the district in our middle schools, because we have such fascinating programs at the high school, and that builds them up to it. So that was wonderful. And then I wanted to give a shout out to the Altamont Wax Museum. Those are my favorite things, and I was able to attend that. I think it was on May 9th. And there was a wax student that I'd never seen before in all the years I've gone. Someone was Stan Lee, and I thought that was really cool. So I like it when I see unique ones. Getting up to date and up to speed for this board meeting, I attended the open house at Cuesta Elementary and also the 2nd grade spring concert. And both of those events were like the rope drop at Disneyland. Parents were there early, waiting and excited, and it was just nice to see things going back to the way they were before, we had to shut things down and close up, and the kids were so adorable, but I had just as much fun watching their parents, because there was a big crowd there to see their little 2nd graders and a big crowd at open house, and so that was great to see the projects, and I think the students were so happy and proud to show their projects off. And I stopped by the resource room, and the resource teacher said that they want more visitors, so don't forget the resource teacher when you go to open house. I also attended, as has been mentioned, the Golden Cougar Awards, and that's always fun, and the dance recital, the CETE pathway on May 19th and 20th, and that's just a wonderful show, and it's great to see the arts being developed at our high school. And I also attended the EPIC presentations, as was mentioned by Trustee Daniel, and I was really touched at the dedication and commitment that our faculty and staff have made to our EPIC students. And I was extremely impressed with the students' hard work and focus to turn things around and learn essential life skills, professionalism, work experience, and create a vision for their future. Seeing Dr. Nicholas, Principal Fulbert, a lot of the high school administrators there, teachers, district staff, they were all there, buttons popping off their shirt, and their devotion and investment in the success of each student made me very proud to be a board member in this district, because I saw firsthand just what extent everyone in this district goes to make sure each of our students is successful. And that means a lot. And so at high school graduation, there will be a lot of students walking across the stage in high honors and honors stoles. But I want those EPIC students to hold their heads just as high, because they've accomplished just as much, and I want to cheer just as loud for them. And I'm just so happy to see so many of them all of them graduating, I believe I was told. And then tonight I was at the Wickland promotion. It was a great event. Mr. Manley was very efficient in making it very fun and enjoyable. And I want to congratulate all of the Wickland 8th graders and the Hanson 8th graders, and I think Lammersville graduated tonight. And then I'm looking forward to being at Cuesta tomorrow and at the high school on Friday. And I wish everyone congratulations on the success of another school year. Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Olson. Trustee Boulay.
Thank you. On May 20th, I attended the Every 15 Minutes assembly at the high school. I was unable to attend the simulated crash scene the day prior to, but at the assembly they showed a nice video of essentially the recap the crash scene. And this is such a powerful program. It's an emotional program, and I really hope that it makes an impact on our students. Last week, I judged the Mental Health Awareness Art and Writing Contest. This is a contest that was created by one of our high school freshmen, Anisha, and congratulations to her for this project, and I hope it was successful. On May 25th, I attended the CTE capstone ceremony at the high school along with some of the other board members, and I had a chance to talk to some of those students about their projects, and just totally impressed with the ingenuity, the creativity, the detail that went into those projects. And I honestly think that some of them could be implemented in the real world. Some of them are patent worthy. I know that's a bit of an expense, but gosh, I'm just excited to see where these kids are going. The only drawback about that night was that I don't know, there was hundreds of projects. I think I got to really go to 6 of them. So I have a lot more to see. And then earlier tonight, I attended the 8th grade promotion at Hanson, and gosh, those kids promoting this evening, so proud. The family's so excited, and it was just a joy to be there. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Boulay. So I judged the online art, poetry, prose competition. That was fantastic. Some of the artwork and poetry and prose was unbelievable. I wish I understood all of it, but I'm not artsy. But anyway, I did my best at judging, and it was fantastic. And I thank the leadership for giving me that opportunity. Tonight I did attend the 8th grade promotion at Wickland. And tomorrow I'm looking forward to being at the promotion for Altamont and, of course, the high school graduation on Friday.
Mr. President?
Yes, sir.
I don't like going first with board reports because then I hear, oh, I did that, I did that, things that I forgot to mention, but that's fine.
Yeah, I concur with Trustee Pombo because I forgot a few things too.
So the board will stipulate that Trustee Pombo did a whole bunch more stuff, as always, but forgot, just like I do.
I also didn't.
Like always.
I don't recall you mentioning Pioneer Day at Bethany either, did you? Did you say that?
Didn't.
Yeah,
All right.
that's the reason I make sure I include everyone who participated with me.
Item 8, receiving of public comments. The entire board appreciates hearing from members of the community and the public at large. To facilitate this, the board shall give members of the public an opportunity to address the board either before or during the board's consideration of each agenda item, Code Section 54954.3.
Mr. President, I apologize for interrupting. We have a new student board member who has not had her first opportunity for her first report, and I know you wanted to save the best for last, so I didn't want you to miss that opportunity.
I sincerely apologize. I copy and paste from the previous week, and I, basically readjust the order so that nobody is first all the time or last all the time. And somehow I did not include your name on my list, and I sincerely apologize.
No problem.
By all means, student trustee.
Thank you. On May 19th and 20th, the MHHS Dance CTE Pathway and the Synergy Dance Team presented their spring Showtime production, and it was a beautiful performance by all the dancers. And on May 19th and 20th as well, MHHS hosted their Every 15 Minutes event, and this program was a staged traffic collision to help juniors and seniors understand the consequences of driving under the influence. And this was a very emotional learning experience for all the students. And on May 21st, the MHHS Music Department competed at Vanden High School, and both our choir and orchestra brought home first place, and our concert band placed second. And on May 25th, MHHS had its annual capstone ceremony, and all students enrolled in the last course of a CTE pathway presented their wonderful capstone projects, and it was really nice seeing them reflect all the education that they learned throughout their 4 years in a pathway. And on June 3rd, we have our high school graduation that everyone's looking forward to. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much. And actually, to be honest, I was testing you. No. Not if, but when I make a mistake, all you have to do is say, point of clarification or point of order, and I'll look over at you and realize that I made a mistake. So anyway, by all means, if that happens, call it out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Now, item 8. I sincerely sorry. The entire board appreciates hearing from members of the community and public at large. To facilitate this, the board shall give members of the public an opportunity to address the board either before or during the board's consideration of each agenda item, code section 54954.3. At a time so designated on the agenda, members of the public may also bring before the board matters that are not listed on the agenda of a regular board meeting. The board may refer such a matter to the superintendent or designee or take it under advisement, but shall not take action at that time. The board may place the matter on the agenda of a subsequent meeting for discussion or action. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda items, and the board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. I do not have any blue cards. Is there any member of the public that would like to speak during public comment? There being no one that wishes to speak during public comment, I will waive the remainder of the president's instructions on that and move to item 9, consent items for consideration. Item A, governing board meeting minutes from the regular meeting, May 18th, 2022. Item B, contracts under $50,000. Item C, ratification of the 2021-2022 new hires. Item D, ratification of the 2022-2023 new hires. Item E, ratification of resignations. Item F, ratification of retirement. Item G, updated 2021-2022 fundraisers. Item H, 2022-2023 fundraisers. Item I, approval of early high school graduation or reduction of graduation requirements petitions for 2 students. And item J, declaration of surplus materials, athletic uniforms. Would any board member like to pull a specific consent item out for separate discussion and deliberation, or are there any questions, comments about the consent items?
Move to approve consent items.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Pombo and a second by trustee Olson, student trustee preferential vote?
Aye.
Any additional discussion, items of discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Trustee Olson, as board clerk, would you do the honors?
Yes, we'd like to welcome the following new employees to the Lammersville Unified District. Sharita Dixit, noon duty supervisor. Heidi Beck, K-8 vice principal. Kimberly Clegg, K-8 vice principal. Tina Hagapian, special education teacher. Heather Suarez, K-8 vice principal. And Nicole Young, K-8 vice principal. Congratulations and welcome.
And I would like to specifically welcome a couple of members of promotions. Heather Sharp, the incoming Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum, Instruction, and Technology. Congratulations. If you would like to say a few words, we'd appreciate it.
Good evening, Board President, trustees, Dr. Nicholas. Truly, thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve the district in this new role. I'm looking forward to continuing the programs we have, as well as developing and implementing new ones. I'm excited about working with the amazing professional staff that we have here at Lammersville and working with everyone in the new capacity. So again, thank you for the honor to be able to serve in this role.
Welcome.
And Debbie Ritchie, as the incoming principal for Bethany Elementary, if you'd like to say a few words, please.
Good evening. Thank you, Board President Clements, trustees, Dr. Nicholas. I am very excited for this opportunity to be the principal at Bethany. I started my journey at Lammersville Unified at Bethany. I thought I was going to be a sub. Debbie Wingo recruited me to be a teacher. I had different hats that I wore throughout the district as a coordinator, went to Altamont as a teacher, and at Altamont as a vice principal as well. So I'm very excited to be able to go back to Bethany and to take over for Debbie Wingo, who started me on this journey, and to work with the amazing staff and teachers at Bethany Elementary. Thank you for this opportunity.
Item 10, District Administrative Reports. A, Superintendent's Report. Dr. Nicholas?
Yes, I just have one quick item. Over the last couple of summers, we have been providing lunch to all students under the Seamless Summer Option Waiver. This summer, the state is starting to make what I'll call a switcheroo. So some districts still qualify for state and federal funding for this program. We do not, because our low-income students don't meet their threshold of 50%. So we are going to move forward and continue the service. It's going to cost about $43,600 to do so, and then get through the summer with ESSER funds to pay for that. And then we're going to reevaluate whether or not that's an ongoing program that we're going to do, and give the state with the federal dollars an opportunity to see if that makes sense in the long run, is to have us feed the kids, all kids, during the school year and not during the summer. At least the ones with less than 50% low income. So just want to let the board know that that's where the direction we're going to head.
Questions or comments by the board? Thank you, Dr. Nicholas. Item B, District Maintenance and Operations Report.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. It's the last week of school, so we're out focusing on high school graduations, promotions, pretty much what we've been doing all week. The operations staff been at the stadium the last 2 days, pressure washing bleachers, weed eating, spraying weeds, blowing the campus down, blowing the stadium down, so on and so forth. The maintenance staff was out there today. They put that decorative fencing around where the graduates sit that we do every year. That's all done. So we're pretty much ready to go for Friday night. Yesterday, I met briefly with Principal Faubert at the stadium, just to make sure there's anything he needs, and looks like we're all on the same page, so we're ready to go for Friday night. Last Friday, as mentioned, we came in to work and found some vandalism at the high school. I wouldn't call it a senior prank, it was a little more than that. So I wanted to thank the custodial staff, specifically Jesus and Maria at the high school. But in addition, I wanted to thank my staff that were there pretty much all day working. Aria, Arturo, our warehouse person, Juan, our grounds person, was there, and then Ruben and Mayor were there. Our maintenance people were there. They were there pretty much all day working, cleaning up the campus. So I appreciate their efforts. Last Friday the 20th, Thor and I had our quarterly meeting with our grounds company. I thought it went pretty well. Updating our projects, solar, we continue to have our weekly meetings. Next meeting is tomorrow. Altamont, Bethany, and Wicklund are pretty much done. We have to do some irrigation and landscaping over the summer at all three of those sites. Hanson, the temporary fence was removed today, thank goodness, because if it wasn't removed today, I had to go remove it this afternoon or tomorrow. So I was happy to see Thor texted me it was removed, so I was happy with that. That site also needs some irrigation and landscaping work. At Lammersville, the boring is done, the electrical work on the array is done. The solar needs to be connected to the main grid at both sites. I'm going to ask at a meeting tomorrow if we could tape down the temporary fence at Lammersville. There's some ruts in the field from the equipment there. If I could smooth them out and fix the irrigation and get the field back in shape, because it doesn't look good. So hopefully I'll get approval to do that. Mountain House, the fence was removed last Thursday, as promised or threatened for graduation, however you want to look at it. Thor and I were a little bit nervous on Thursday morning when it doesn't happen, and later that afternoon it started getting picked up, so thank goodness that's out of the way. We have a punch list walk on Wednesday the 15th. We're going to start at Altamont and pretty much work our way around the district to hit all the sites. The parking lot at Wicklund, it was striped on Monday the 23rd. I moved all the cones that afternoon, and staff started using the parking lot the next day. So you see people parking there. I'm sure people parked there tonight for the promotion. We've been having to manually water the site the last 2 weeks. Myself and other people have been going after hours and popping valves on the front of the school, the quad, to try and green the campus up. Because it was a 3-day weekend, our grounds company had a person there on Saturday. I came in on Monday to do my part, and I also fertilized all the lawns in the front, all the lawns in the quad to give them a little, kick in the butt, hopefully get them to start greening up. So, but I did receive a text this afternoon that everything is now fully operational, fully automated, back to normal, thank goodness. So my evening water duties hopefully are over for a while. Upcoming items, I'll be at the CASA groundbreaking on Friday, and I'll be at the graduation on Friday night at the high school. We have a lead meeting on Tuesday at the warehouse. We're basically going to go over, we make all the leads, do a summer planning calendar. We're going to go over everybody's calendar and make sure they're going to be able to get from A to B and get to school clean by the time school starts in early August. Staffing, we have a new custodian starting at Lammersville on Monday. I don't have a start date for the evening custodian at the high school. And we currently have one opening, the evening custodian Altamont. He retired. His last day was last Friday. So, and that's my report. Happy to answer any questions.
I don't have any question. I would just like to say thank you, Director LeGrand, for jumping in with the issue at the high school. As always, you and your team jump in and take care of things that need to be taken care of, and I appreciate it.
I wish I could take the credit, but to be totally honest with you, I was not here on Friday. My staff took the gun. I was on the phone calling people, but I can't take any of the credit because it was their work and not mine. So,
well, I believe you deserve credit because if they mess it up, that would be on you. So,
you have a point. A point taken. Thank you.
Mr. LeGrand, I too wanted to address the quote-unquote senior prank, and thank your team for, stepping in. That's no fun. It's got to be depressing when you come onto campus and you see that. And I do have a message for this graduating class and all future graduating class. If what you are doing requires repair, repainting, replacement, it's not a prank. It's vandalism. Period.
I agree.
If you, moving tables around, spelling something, whatever. There's ways to do pranks that are pranks, and okay, whatever. But and maybe I'm wrong, but my attitude is when you spray paint concrete, yes, we can acid wash it, right? But that pane of concrete is permanently going to be a different color than the one next to it. You have permanently, in even a minor level, you've permanently defaced the school and changed the landscape of the school. And I know when I go to a different campus and I see what looks like missing teeth, where, I'm like, somebody spray painted there. And I think, I'm glad our students don't do that. And guess what? A couple of them did. So anyway, thank you very much to your team for bearing the brunt of that. Somebody has to clean it up. And as I understand it, there were other staff members that jumped in. And so not just your team. Thanks to all of the staff. If teachers were involved, great. Whoever was involved, thank you. I would have pitched in had I not been at work 45 minutes away, right? But thanks to everyone and to the seniors, especially seniors of upcoming classes, please don't do that.
Mr. President, can I value add on that just for a second?
Yes, sir.
And for those acts of vandalism that go beyond a prank or hijinks, I can assure you and the community that we will pursue it to the fullest extent of the education code, which includes suspension, potentially expulsion, and citations or visits from the sheriff's department. The fun is fun, and breaking the law is breaking the law.
And not to turn this positive at all, but I do appreciate the teamwork that we saw on Friday to get that cleaned up. Students, staff, administrators, janitors, people from around the district. It just shows how the pride that we take in our buildings. I wish we could have used that time to focus on educating the kids and creative projects, but it's community work, so I'm not. I'm trying to take a positive spin.
No, well, I think there's both spins, Trustee Boulay. I definitely think the message needs to be strongly sent that this is not who we are as a school district and as a community, but who we are is what you just spoke to, the 150 or so students who, without being asked, from what I understand, just got up and did what they needed to do because they take pride in their school. And that makes me happy to know that that's the majority of our students. And hopefully we can get it up to 100%.
Well, thank you. We appreciate all of your support.
Item 11, action items. A, consider approval of the 2022-2023 interdistrict transfer requests, and by tradition, there is no staff report.
Move to approve 2022-2023 interdistrict transfer requests.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Olson and a second by trustee Boulay, student trustee preferential vote?
Aye.
Any additional discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item B, consider approval of the 2022-2023 Lammersville Unified School District Facility Use Rental Policy Handbook. Staff report?
Yes, just briefly, I want to thank Associate Superintendent Harrison, Director LeGrand, the Board President Clements, and Board Trustee Olson for their time commitment, and then just hit the point that the agreement was every year any annual adjustments to the policy would be brought back here for formalization, I guess would be the word, and this is that opportunity to do so.
Move to approve the 2022-2023 Lammersville Unified School District Facility Use Rental Policy Handbook.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Daniel and a second by trustee Boulay, student trustee preferential vote?
Aye.
Any additional discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item C, consider approval of 1-year contract renewal with Imagine Learning for accelerated math in grades 6 through 8 for the 2022-2023 school year, total $138,000. Staff report?
Yes, this is the curriculum that'll go along with our accelerated math program. I want to thank all of our K-8 principals for putting on a math night for their 6, 7, 7, 8, and Math 1 class parents, and the night went well at all school sites, so we recommend approval.
I'd just wanted to thank the district staff for working so hard to provide this opportunity for our students, because I know it's not easy in the setup of a K-8, but I know that it's a desired program, and I think that the presentations you made were great for the families, and so thank you so much.
I second Trustee Olson's comment, and I appreciate the time taken towards math night and answering all the parents' questions and concerns. So thank you so much for putting together that particular night.
Move to approve of a 1-year contract renewal with Imagine Learning for accelerated math in grades 6 through 8 for the 2022-2023 school year for a total of $138,000.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Pombo and a second by trustee Olson, student trustee preferential vote?
Aye.
Any additional discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item D, consider approval to adjourn from regular session to open public hearing regarding A through G completion improvement grant. Staff report?
Yes, items D through G are all part and parcel of the same process. It's the approval of the plan that goes with the grant to bring in money to support A through G completion.
Move to adjourn from regular session to open public hearing regarding the A through G completion improvement grant.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Olson and a second by trustee Boulay, student trustee preferential vote?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. We are now in a public hearing concerning the A to G completion improvement grant. Item F, consider approval to close the public hearing and return to regular session.
Move to approve, move to close the public hearing and return to regular session.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Boulay and a second by trustee Daniel, student trustee preferential vote.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item G, consider approval of the A to G completion improvement grant.
Move to approve the A to G completion improvement grant.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Pombo and a second by trustee Olson, student trustee preferential vote.
Aye.
Any additional discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item H, consider approval of contract with ProCare Therapy for sign language interpretation services for the 2022-2023 school year, $102,060. Staff report?
Yes, this service will provide what we need for our students with hearing disabilities, and something we do every year.
Move to approve contract with ProCare Therapy for sign language interpretation services for the 2022-23 school year in the amount of $102,060.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Olson and a second by trustee Boulay, student trustee preferential vote.
Aye.
Any additional discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item I, consider approval of contract with Typewell for remote transcription services for the 2022-2023 school year, $86,180. Staff report?
Yes, again, this is a service that will support the needs of the special education department.
Move to approve the contract with Typewell for remote transcription services for the 2022-2023 school year in the amount of $86,180.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Boulay and a second by trustee Daniel, student trustee preferential vote.
Aye.
Any additional discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item J, consider approval of legal services agreement with Special Education Council for the 2022-2023 school year with Fagan, Friedman, and Full Frost LLP for the 2022-2023 fiscal year, not to exceed $95,500. Staff report?
Yes, this very important service helps us navigate the complicated world of special education, and we strongly recommend approval.
Move to approve legal services agreement with Special Education Council for the 2022-23 school year, Fagan, Friedman, and Full Frost LLP for the 2022-23 fiscal year, not to exceed $95,500.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Olson and a second by trustee Pombo, student trustee preferential vote.
Aye.
Any additional discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item K, consider approval of new classified school employee association job description and salary effective June 1, 2022 for the high school food service lead. Staff report?
Yes, this is a new job description that reflects the growth at the high school. The size, scope, and scale of the work there is significant. This would be an approval of the job description, and then there's a secondary process that's out beyond our control, which is called this 610 process. And so that's CSEA's process of having the big system double check things in the little systems, which are the school districts. So this is all pending the 610 process, but we recommend approval.
Was a point of clarification, we're approving it pending their approval.
Correct. So we're approving it because that's part of our bureaucracy. They're approving it because it's part of CSEA's mothership's process. We don't really have a say in how they do their business.
But if
yeah.
they
say no, we'll go back to the drawing board.
Approving it
Correct.
is remote, but if they do, it's going to come flying back to us.
Correct.
Move to approve new classified school employee association job description and salary effective June 1st, 2022 for the high school food services lead.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Pombo and a second by trustee Boulay, student trustee preferential vote.
Aye.
Any additional discussion or comment? I have one. I think this is This has been in the works for a while. I'm really glad that we're doing this. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Hopefully that'll give Bernie some help that I think she really needs, so, excuse me, Mrs. Hill. Item L, consider approval of Governing Board Resolution 21-22-13, authorizing the issuance and sale of special tax bonds for Lammersville School District Community Facilities District Number 2002 Mountain House for the purposes of refunding outstanding bonds and financing authorized facilities and approving and authorized related documents and actions. Staff report?
I think it says it all for itself right there. No, I gave a facilities update at the last board meeting. This is part of our ongoing pursuit of facility funding, and this act will allow us to pursue said funding, which will help us support facility needs.
Move to approve the Governing Board Resolution 21-22-13, authorizing the issuance and sale of special tax bonds for Lammersville School District Community Facilities District Number 2002 Mountain House for the purpose of refunding outstanding bonds and financing authorized facilities and approving and authorizing related documents and actions.
Second.
Point of information, this one does require a roll call vote, correct? Okay. Based on a motion by trustee Boulay and a second by trustee Olson, student trustee preferential vote?
Aye.
We'll dispense with the vote, viva voca vote and proceed to the roll call vote, please.
Lisa Boulay.
Aye.
Colin Clements.
Aye.
Benita Daniel.
Aye.
Stephanie Olson.
Aye.
David Pombo.
Aye.
Motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Item M, consider approval of Governing Board Resolution 21-22-14 for school safety. Staff report?
Yes, in response to the most recent tragedy in Texas, but also generally of what society's been dealing with in relation to school violence, CSBA, California School Boards Association, put out a resolution as a template for boards to pass as a resolution. A resolution could be something that we could pass on to our local elected officials as a formal statement from the board. And we have brought forward a variation of that template for the board's approval this evening.
Move to approve of Governing Board Resolution 21-22-14 for school safety.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Pombo and a second by trustee Olson, student trustee preferential vote?
Aye.
Point of information, does this resolution require? Okay. Any additional discussion or comment?
I am glad that we are adopting this resolution. I hope that it is going to be more than words on a paper and that it is something that we as a board and the governing bodies above us can actually do something to keep our schools safe.
I wish I knew the right answer to keep our kids safe. But what I know is that the status quo can't possibly be the right answer. It's just happening too often. And it is not the role of the school board to decide that kind of public policy. I remember when I was running for office the first time, the gentleman, we were going for the endorsement of the party, even though it's it's a nonpartisan election. And the guy before me got the question on curriculum, and his answer was easy. He goes, well, really, it doesn't matter how I feel about the curriculum. That's what the state has implemented, and my job is to make it the best that it can be. And I was like, Well, that was, that's exactly what I would say. And the question that I got was, would you be a champion for issuing sidearms to teachers? And I remember sitting there and going, that's like, I'm sorry. Like, literally, I'm telling the committee, that's such an irrelevant question, because before we get to that point, there's going to have to be laws and training and this and that. And by the way, I'm not saying yet, I'm not proposing or espousing. I was just like mind blown that the gentleman before me got curriculum and I got sidearms to teachers. And so I guess that's a segue into, I don't know the right answer. This resolution calls upon the leadership that is responsible for making those decisions to actually make some decisions. And they campaigned. They went door to door. They probably had volunteers go door to door and ask for this job. And it's not going to be an easy one. But I'm here literally screaming, do your job. You asked for it. You wanted it. Mm-hmm. Keeping our kids safe in the classroom is part of that responsibility. Do your job.
Trustee Olson, or Trustee.
We look similar. I can see how that would be confusing.
Sorry. So this issue gets me very emotional. So, but I just wanted to echo what Trustee Boulay said, because I'm so tired. It's like a cycle of it happens, things are said, nothing's done, and it happens. And like you said, it's happening more and more. And I shouldn't say nothing's done, because schools always respond. And it's not fair. It's not fair to our faculty and staff that they always have to be the ones to respond, and that their lives are the ones that would be jeopardized and lost, potentially. And so I agree with Trustee Boulay that, it's got to be kind of like a full court press, I feel like, to get people to do the right thing, unfortunately. But I'm tired of it just being, spoken and no action. And I'm so sorry that we have to face that as a district or as a nation, because it's not fair to any of our educators or students.
Any additional discussion or comment? This one again requires a roll call vote, so we will dispense with the Viva Voca vote and proceed to roll call vote, please.
Lisa Boulay.
Aye.
Colin Clements.
Aye.
Anita Daniel.
Aye.
Stephanie Olson.
Aye.
David Pombo.
Aye.
The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I fail to ask? I think I did, because I checked it off. I think I did. Did I ask for your vote on that?
Maybe.
I did not?
No.
I apologize. Student trustee preferential vote?
Aye.
Thank you. 2 mistakes in one board meeting relating to, man, somebody should fire me.
At least you didn't call somebody else by your name.
Thank you so much for making me feel better. That is awesome. Later on, she's going to tell me she did that just to make me feel better. Item 12, information and discussion items. Item A, CSBA Annual Education Conference. Staff report.
Yes, it is an annual tradition that our board is a committed board to the educational services provided by CSBA. They have their annual conference, which I believe is in San Diego. And we know tonight our previous student board trustee was inspired to make a life-changing decision because of her trip to CSBA San Diego. So we're here to ask who's interested in going. It's a second week of December. First week of December, and we're doing this because there's an early bird special. And so you don't have to tell us tonight, but if you could let us know by Friday, then that helps us with the early bird. She'll take it tonight.
If I'm eligible to go,
That was going to be my question as well.
I will go. You have
Yep.
You have several board members the crystal ball is so.
All things can be adjusted, but we
Okay.
would prefer just to have it booked, and that's okay.
I'm a yes.
I'm a yes too.
And if I had gone to San Diego as an 18-year-old, I probably would have ended up there too.
And then are they also doing the student board member component as well?
Most likely, yes. I haven't seen any information on it yet. That usually comes out later, but our student trustee can think
Great.
about it. The dates are in the packet, and you can let me know.
And that's gratis on the district. So when you're thinking about attending, it would just be about your interest in education, and you wouldn't have to worry about the cost.
And the board strongly recommends that you go. It is, you know, you come to the board meetings and you learn and you provide input. And doing this, we get some more social time with you, right? But B, you learn a lot. You're with your peers throughout California. You develop contacts, right? People that you can call with questions, comments, concerns, not just on school board, because they're going to be moving on just like you. So I strongly recommend that you seriously consider going if you can.
I will let you know, I think by tomorrow.
And it's an excused absence, right?
Correct.
It's board business. Item 13, calendar. A, Friday, June 3rd, 2022 is the last instructional day of the school year. B, Friday, June 3rd, 2022 is the Evelyn Costa groundbreaking ceremony at 2 p.m. C, Friday, June 9th, 2022, San Joaquin County Classified Employees and Teacher of the Year Award Celebration Dinner, at 6 p.m., Wentworth Education Center, Transworld Drive in Stockton. Item D, Monday, June 13th, 2022 is the special governing board meeting at 6:30 p.m. here in the boardroom. Sorry? Oh, good point.
This is one of the shortest meetings we do the year. It really is a gesture to our business office, which gives them about 2 weeks extra to do their budget. Is that the special meeting we're talking about? Yeah.
I will be there.
Unlike most special board meetings, this is one that we actually put on our calendar every year because our intrepid finance and budget team need that meeting. So I'm really hoping, I know I'm going to be there.
I'll be there.
Be there.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll
You
be
have a
there.
quorum. Great.
And there's no LCAP presentation this year either. Mr. Harrison's face is red for celebratory reasons.
Item E, Wednesday, June 15th, 2022 is the next regular governing board meeting at 7 p.m. here in the district office boardroom. In a moment, we will be adjourning to closed session where we will be discussing A, Public Employee Discipline Dismissal Release Complaint, Government Code Section 54957. B, Student Discipline and Other Confidential Matters, Education Code Sections 35146, 48900, and 48912B for one student. Item C, Conference with Real Property Negotiators, Government Code Section 54956.8. Item D, Conference with Legal Counsel, Anticipated Litigation, Government Code Section 54956.9. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn to closed
Move
session.
to adjourn.
Second.
And that was Trustee Boulay, right? Based on a motion by Trustee Pombo and a second by Trustee Boulay, student trustee preferential vote.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. We are now adjourned to closed session. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great evening. Reconvening from closed session to open session at 8:29 p.m. Closed session item B1, Student Discipline and Other Confidential Matters, Education Code Sections 35146, 48900, and 48912, Pupil Personnel Ed Code 48918. Item 1, student expulsion number 21-22-13. The board took action on a motion by trustee Pombo and seconded by trustee Boulay to approve staff recommendation for expulsion of student 21-22-13 for violation of Board Policy and Administrative Regulation 5131.7 and Education Code 48900B for the remainder of the spring 2021-2022 trimester by the following vote. 5 ayes, no nays, no absent, and no abstentions. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Pombo and a second by trustee Boulay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 5 ayes and no nays. We are now adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.